What ho, chums? Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. Sounds like a rather tall order. Since you ask, we're to scour the Eblan Rime for survivors. What? Wander around ice fields on the off chance you'll find someone? You'd take forever to finish the job without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. I'll probably regret this, but we may as well humor him. Ooh, going Red Mage.
Yeah, I accidentally chose Red Mage that command sir and didn't notice.
I think you're a little underdressed for this mission here, Kira.
I've got the Echo. I'll be fine. The Echo is a heat source, right?
No! Yeah, it's just that sometimes I kind of forget to press the push to talk button.
Oh, well, another thing you could do is use your phone.
Yes,
Maybe.
but then I have to keep the phone on.
But also, if you're just listening for the audio, you can just have it in the background.
Yes, but I don't have a second monitor, so I need to tab out to check if OBS is getting my mic level or not.
Well, second monitor's good anyway.
Yeah, I probably should invest in one.
Or you can get a drawing tablet with screen on it.
A what?
It's like a drawing tablet with a screen on it.
Ah, maybe. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing? Or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after, either way. Is that an aether current? Ah, no, it's just a wind sprite. Aether current? Where? Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo! What do I see yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor. Show me. Over there, behind that tree. Looks like she's running away from something. Though, surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had a telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress. Rather fetching for that. Leave it to Emmeline to spot a woman from 1,000 leagues away. Should be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints.
Okay.
I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful, thank you. But won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. Unless we forget the very reason we are here, to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed! Ah, character development. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look like it's been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? The girl in the green dress anxiously surveys her surroundings. Worried to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts to your location. It'll be safer to get closer first, but you must do so without drawing her attention. Follow the girl from a safe distance. Blah 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 blah. Stealth mechanics, stealth mechanics.
My favorite, totally. No, not there.
Here, that's not very stealthy of you.
I didn't mean to. I'm just trying to get behind the tree. It must be bad. She thinks it's someone there in the middle of us battling right next to her.
Yep.
Oh my god. Nope, does not see the giant monster dying next to her.
Nope. Probably just happens often. Nice stealth, Kier.
Right? There's no way she can see me.
No. Phew, still in one piece. Who are you? Stay back! This house is packed with explosives! Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high! Please, we just want to talk. I'm Alphinode. This is my sister Alice, and our good friend Green. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else, I give you my word. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the one responsible for all this! You did this to us! We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoroi are the ones to blame. They're the ones who laid waste to Garlemald. They won't stop until they destroy the entire world. They're the enemy. Our enemy. On our way, we encountered Imperial soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Telophoroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with the introductions. Can you tell me your name? My name's Licinia. As for how I managed to stay sane, I've been asking myself the same question ever since that night and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Then came the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life, eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No. This is Victor's Spoils, a mansion for retired soldiers, or it was, but now me and a few others are, borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I wanted to keep everyone else safe and I didn't know if you were... The truth is our supplies are running low. You said you're here to help. Can you? Of course. Whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I better tell the others first, though. Wait here. This is everyone. Licinia says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place, as a sign of goodwill, perhaps we could take you at your word. If that is too much to ask, then let us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide a spark with a little magic, Alice? We have the tinctures. We'll have a fire burning in no time. May we build it under that gazebo? The what? Oh, you mean the bower? Yes, do as you will. Sorry, I'm still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I worked up quite a sweat from all that running about, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We're planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food, but they're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? I can treat their frostbite and their wounds, but it'll take time for the fire to do its work. Now will be a good occasion to make use of Emma Lane's tinctures, the ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? Being gifts from the notoriously unreliable Emanuelaine, it is highly doubtful this concoction will have the intended effect. If only there were willing, and more importantly, unwitting volunteers on whom to test it. Warming tincture? Never heard of such a thing. No harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard all of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what's happened, it's nothing but ruins now. Few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magic tech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What machina that remains operational cannot be run for a lack of ceruleum. Of course, Cerulia Ingens is full of the stuff for all good it does us. No one knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. Oh, what sweet libation is this? Is it poisoned by any chance? It was a joke, a joke. If I laugh, 'tis that I may not weep, so said the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheeks ere they fell. We are the blessed damned to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead, or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When the morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions, and screams was our beloved capital razed to the ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remnants, the lavish finery caked in ash as they shuffled mindlessly towards the palace. Each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience, preserved. Now I wait with my fellow cowards for our final judgment. A tincture? May as well drink it, I suppose. This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from, I take it. Using to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. All different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted with the finest ore, sourced from Locus Amoenus it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either fled, or ended up like all the others. Because we've all been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon, an ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Amoenus. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hope to take back what was once ours. Just a solemn reminder that though we must suffer great hardships, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Varus yet lives, that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. Must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Varus would not be defeated so easily. What's that?
What?
No, she was saying what the tincture was.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me. Like,
No,
what?
You're fine. No, you're fine. So this is what you gave the others. Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Are you part of the group staying in the Laterum? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glacies a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Virgilia and her men are all there now. So how did you reach the Magna Glacies? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Airships. And there might be a way to... Zinnia? Where is everyone? Is something the matter? Sounds like you got patients that need to be healed. A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby Almasty has found his way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. Yeah, they attacked Kira while she was trying to be stealthy.
Hey, I was the only one that didn't get noticed by her.
I've just had an idea. If Unios are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you've a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there, people whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food. And that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach that end, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. You best watch out for baby Almasties while we're away. Yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoo them away. To reach tappers, then you'll have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight, but if you'd rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too, so it's easier to just look for someone standing guard outside. However you decide to head there, please be careful. Who goes there? How'd you find us? You're standing outside in the snow without camouflage. What do you mean I stand out like a sore thumb? If the purebloods over at Victor Sports hadn't given away our location, you'd never have found us. Well, stuck-up assholes thought they could come waltzing in here demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Looks like the boot's on the other foot now that the capital's gone to shite. So they resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game sells, sword. If they think we'll give in to intimidation, they got another thing coming. I could probably turn on my tank stance. There you are. Just after you left, Zinnia asked me to go and catch up with you, in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip that I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. So this is tappers then? Well then, after you? Who are you? What happened to the guards? Had to be subdued. Kind of knocked out in the snow. Eosians and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the hells would you pass up this chance to put those Imperial bastards to the sword? Let me guess. None of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands? Yerbania, Yangsha, Bolsha, Damaska, to name but a few. Some dragged here against their will, others fed bollocks about a better life, all put to work extracting ceruleum. All given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. The old hierarchy means nothing in the new Golemald, says we, but the only thing that's escaped more or less unscathed is the cerulean engines, still sustaining us even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're experts in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used for much these days, or with the city in ruins. We take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps to stave off the cold, it does sod all about our hunger unless we trade it away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we got ceruleum by the barrelful. If they're interested, we'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. We can certainly ask, but if you're all free to go now, why carry on living here? Free to go? Go where? Even if we manage to get back to our homelands, there'll be nothing left for us. Thanks to the Empire, and the knowledge and skills we acquired working here would be practically useless outside of Golemald. So we're staying for the time being. As long as there's a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by, even if Golemald as we know it is gone for good. Gone for good? Regardless of what the Ilsabak contingent does for the people of Golemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that would be the cause for celebration, while for others, their whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all the atrocities committed in the Empire's name, perhaps it is for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people, their lives, their stories? Should they be forgotten too? I suppose there will be plenty of time to ponder that later. For now, let's see about getting some ceruleum. So, you come seeking ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods up at Victor's Spoil sent you? Turned to their enemies for help. Must be more desperate than I thought. And again, Licinia's got a little sister to think about. A sister? But we only saw Licinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. She needed treatment. I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused Licinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange. But I can spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Sure to send them our way, you hear? I can't for the life of me think why Licinia would keep her sister a secret from us. We can ask about that after we deliver the ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. This isn't right. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alfino would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. They asked me to help carry supplies, but when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Caught me off guard, forced me To defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us. We know. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in the wings for us to show weakness, then in you swoop. Here to help. What rot. All a ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in. Put ourselves at your mercy. Put us in chains, steal our lands, get your revenge. You're wrong. That's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later. We got bigger problems. I found empty medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. It's true. Licinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now, there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. And if you think I'll tell you, you're a fool. I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiot. Her sister's ill. The empty bottle threw it, so the medicine ran out, or she put it in her pockets to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are beasts everywhere. How could you let them go alone? To protect them from you! You invade our homeland, tainted with the same sorcerer used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean should sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee, keep their purity intact, and be corrupted by your vile magics. We were waiting for a chance to free them, since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them, but find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I first need to tend to my injuries. And theirs. I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We'll do our best to find him quickly. There's only one path out of here, so that's where we'll start. Two sets of fresh footprints. Young women, judging by the size. This is definitely them. Come on. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps they chose this route as not to leave footprints. I can't think of any other reason. Look at this place. It's crawling with beasts, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for ailing sisters to cross the ice. We'd really do with Alfino's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Split up and look for clues. The blood staining the snow appears to be fresh. Judging by the amount, the victim may have been severely wounded. The trail of blood leads southeastwards. The two bodies are already cold.
That's depressing.
Yep.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked! No. Why? Why wouldn't they? Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
There must have been something we could have done. But what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? We've already caused enough harm here. Let us return to the camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is to make our report to Lucia. And do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. Alice and Alfino tell me they finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask for your account?
Thank you for your report. We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glacies. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
I feel like at this rate we're gonna have to fight a primal version of Varus.
That would scan, yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just is
Varus
the primal?
spoke to them through this radio.
Maybe.
Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
Plot thickens.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magna restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I'm going with you.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.